Okay. Well, I do not know how to watch this video and record. I'm using, uh, by the way, did I give I guess I did. Jim Howard in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's August 16th of 2019. Um, oh, I see. Voiceover mode. Hang on a second. Okay. Man, I tell you, I just went through this entire clip, which is 16 minutes. Seems longer. And I thought I was doing a voiceover because this is video that my daughter, grown daughter, made with her new drone. And of course, there's no audio with it. And I believe it's 4K that she's. I know the drone does 4K and 1080p, and probably maybe a lesser. But I talked all the way through it, which is, of course, that was the first time I'd seen the video. Also, I'm seeing the video, I'm using Movidia Video Suite, but I'm, we'll live and learn, so I just learned something new. But I talked for 16 minutes, and the recording wasn't saved. But I see now that it is being saved, so gosh, I got to repeat everything I said. We are 5.2 miles from an reserve, whatever they call it, military base, air base, and so we have aircraft, and we are 5.2 miles away, and you're not supposed to fly, I think, within 5 miles of airports or military bases or whatever. And so we are just barely out of the. And also, I believe, see, I'm just learning. You may know more about this than I do. I believe you're not supposed to go in the United States higher than with your drone above 400 feet. And I don't know if Hillary's, I'm sure it does, controller and or cell phone, surely it would give the height. So, and I'm not sure that she knew you're not supposed to go above 400 feet. So that's something she needs to look into. That's something, I believe in Europe it's 500 feet. Of course, I guess probably you use meters, whatever that is. Ah, you are strange people. Anyway, I'm looking at this, and I believe it's 4K video, so when I get this video ready to go, I'm going to export it in 4K mode. Then I will upload it to YouTube, and I'll say it's a 4K video. And so we will see how that works out if it comes out that way. And I'm not 100% sure that this was recorded in 4K. But I'm looking at it too, also in just a small previewing window when you're, editing videos and things where you look up and you do editing. So we're just about to come to the end of she made 3 videos. And I think what happened here is, I think you're going to see it in a little bit. I was telling Hilary, I said, being really close to the airbase, I said, your drone should have in it a coding that will not allow it to go into restricted airspace. And she said, "Oh no, I don't think mine." And I said, "I think it does because you paid enough money, and maybe these little tiny ones. She has a few little tiny ones that are, you know, fit in the palm of your hand." I said, "This type of drone, I'm sure it's built in." And I said, "It should, you know, you wouldn't be allowed to go into the restricted airspace." And so then I talked a little bit more, and she said, "Wait a minute." She said, "I was making this video, and I flew the drone over one block, which is one block closer to the air base." And let's see, not Lucy Webb. What is it? Las Vegas Trail. And she said that the thing started beeping. I couldn't control it, and it shut down, and it flew back. So this is where that happened. I think, I think that one video just ended. And so I do believe that is working on her, but I'm not sure how high she is going up. I hope it's not over 400 feet, because we're close to what used to be Carswell Air Force Base, and I forget exactly what it's called. It was, went to a reserve base. And so there are Marine aircraft, that reserve units that fly out of there, and there are Air Force, and there are Navy, and there are different kinds of jets. But then there's also cargo, and there's some all kinds of aircraft that do fly in and out of there. You're seeing the apartment complex that we live in, and I think that lens has a little bit of, I'm not sure what they call, I should know, photography has always been my hobby. You see some of the things appear bent, whatever, like a fisheye lens. Some aberration, what do they call that? Somebody will know. Now Hillary's only had this, well, she's had it a couple weeks, but about a week ago or whatever, it landed, and I think it was like the first time she used it. It landed in a tree, and she couldn't get it out of the tree, and she tried various things, and she ordered a pole in from Amazon, and they delivered it. And I had told her, of course, okay, when you get this, make sure you do not get it near a power line. Stay away from the power lines. And I told her, electricity can jump from the power lines, and be careful. And anyway, she was out with a pole, and one of the maintenance guys who works here in the apartment complex, he came over and said, "Hey, let me do that for you. Let me get that down for you." So he did, thank goodness. But then I was talking to Hilary, and I said, "Now you do know, you don't have to touch the power line to get a shock and get killed by it. You can just get near it. The electricity can jump from the wire to the pole." And she said, "Oh, I didn't know that." And she said, "The pole said, do not get within 10 feet of the wire." She said, "I was wondering why it said that." I said, "Oh my gosh. Hilary, be careful." By the way, electrocuted. I don't know how many people. It's actually come to the point where I get, maybe I'll have to change it in the dictionary. But you'll get people that'll argue with you. Okay. Like on more than one occasion, I worked hospital security for 30 years. I went into research at Belton Hospital, and the nurses said, "Oh, you missed it. We had a power and light guy that came in. He was electrocuted." I knew, right away. I mean, I didn't know, but I knew. And I said, "Oh, okay. Is the body in the morgue now?" And the nurse said, no, 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 he's in the intensive care unit. And I said, oh, so we're putting dead bodies in the intensive? No, no, he came in, he was electrocuted, but we treated him, and I said, no, you know, electrocution means, death by electricity. And the nurse said, no, no, it doesn't mean that. I said, yes, it does. And she said, no. And they had a dictionary, and I flipped it open, read it to them. But a lot of people, a lot of people use it. So maybe the dictionary, they're just going to have to change the dictionary. But, so, now I don't know, maybe the nurse could have said, no, I think it would still be wrong. Maybe the person was electrocuted, so the person was dead, and then they did CPR on the person, and they did, defibbed them and did all that kind of stuff, and then they came back to life. But still, the word, electrocution would be wrong in my opinion. The person received an electrical shock, a severe electrical shock, or maybe there is some other word. Maybe there's even a medical word, but electrocution is not the word. Anyway, Hilary's doing good at, of course, she's just learning. So just think how much better she's going to be when she gets the hang of this. Did I mention that I think that you're not allowed to, well, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to go above 400 feet here in the United States, and I think it's 500 feet, up. And then, like I said, I know I was telling you we have an air base close by. And I'm not sure, if you have a drone, and, check into, all of I'm sure they send you the information. Like, I don't believe you can go within 5 miles of air bases and places like that. There I am, by the way, with my red shirt on. Hilary really wanted to get a bunch of video from the drone of me, and she didn't do. There's, by the way, the right maintenance guy, one of the 2 maintenance guys, I saw him standing there. Well, if you saw my video the other day, see, I was out there, when I was out there making these videos, I got the video all done, and then I thought Hilary was going to give me, the video she was getting from the drone, but she was busy, working after that. So I just got it a few hours ago, a couple of days later, so I went ahead and uploaded that video of mine, and I was having a hell of a time following it, seeing where it was out in the bright sun, although the camera I was using for the videos the other day and was the Panasonic G7, and it has an articulating, LCD screen, but outside in the bright sun, a little difficult to see, but it has an electronic viewfinder, which is fantastic, and when you're out in bright sun, it makes it, using that viewfinder is really great. And it's a really great electronic viewfinder. I have a couple other Panasonic cameras, and LX7 I think it is, and a FZ200. And the FZ200 has, electronic viewfinder, but I thought it was good, but it's not nearly as good as the Panasonic G7. Let's see, this video is going to end here in about a minute and a half. So let me say that when I upload this video, I'm going to sort of be a test upload to see if Hilary was recording in 4K with the drone. But I'm also going to, so I'm going to save this, export it as a 4K, upload it to YouTube and tell YouTube that it's a 4K, and we'll see. But do appreciate you watching. Please, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please hit the bell. See that truck just pulling out or whatever? And maybe there's another. I think that might be another truck behind him. I would like to know. They've been putting gigantic cable down. I don't know if it's electrical cable. I'm hoping it's fiber optic, but now I think everybody is. I don't think people are doing fiber optic. They're waiting for 5G. I'm in Fort Worth, and Dallas-Fort Worth is supposed to get 5G. Of course, I don't have a cell phone or any device that uses 5G, and I really can't afford to be getting a new cell phone. So I just can't see them bringing fiber cable into this place. Although out on the street, AT&T has, they put fiber. Well, you might have seen one of my videos a year or two ago. I was out there all excited, recording a video of a hole in the ground, where they were putting in fiber, but they didn't bring it into any of the apartment complexes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell, and I do thank you for watching. Thank you very much.